when he was captured, he had the vice president's phone number on him. And then that leads to the, well, where were you flying out of? And well, he was flying out of Ilopango. And then the journalists start going and checking the phone records in El Salvador, which were public information, and finding these innumerable calls up to the vice president's office.
To Donald Gregg.
To Donald Gregg, and from Felix Rodriguez, calling, continuously, obviously coordinating intimate details of an illegal operation when the Bullen, amendment had shut down U.S. government involvement in this thing.
And Rodriguez was doing what? Was he in
Rodriguez
El Salvador?
he was in the Ilopango Air Force
right.
Base in El Salvador,
Okay.
in charge of the air wing, the air resupply.
Bringing supplies to the Contras.
Bringing supplies to the Contras, illegally obtained supplies to the Contras, although apparently he was there before the Bullen Amendment was passed, so he was functioning legally and bringing supplies to the Contras then. And these phone calls, and then trips by Rodriguez up to Washington to report to Gregg. And then pressing further, the journalists found that in the vice president's log, there were 3 entries of times where he had met with Felix Rodriguez.
Bush himself.
Bush himself. Then you take the linkage a step further, Felix arranging, according to the testimony of Miriam Rodriguez, who was laundering money for the Medellin, large sums. And this was, I would guess, chicken feed in terms of the amount of drugs that were flying from the... See, this is a dream situation for the drug smugglers. They're under constant pressure to find ways to get their material, their product up into the States to sell it. And every kind of ruse, scheme, device they can. And then here, dropped out of the sky, a gift from the White House is a Contra program where you have planes flying daily between Central America and Air National Guard bases and Air Force bases in the States, but CIA getting special passes so that everybody involved, a plane lands, that pilot has a special pass, the guards don't stop him. That's national security. The DEA picks up on some cocaine out here in town and tracks it back to coming off of Homestead Air Force Base, and he pursues, he gets a phone call saying, hey, that's national security, stop following that pilot around. They approach the pilots to try to lean on them a little bit, and the pilots show them a phone number, and it's Oliver North's phone number in the White House. And I got called national security, called the National Security Council. And so the DEA backs off, the FBI agents are trying to do their job, back off, and you have this at several key Air National Guard and Air Force bases across Florida and Alabama and Louisiana and Texas. And this is a dream for the drug mafia.